Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moments. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Throne of Steel episode number 205 based on novel. So let's start. Over 200 huge bundles of lights at least 5 meters long crashed with over 1,000 devils at full speed. Long Houchen was in midair when 13 gleams of crystal white lights integrated into his body. He smiled. What pretty fireworks! What a beautiful scene of fireworks! The sudden group attack left all devils vulnerable. They couldn't compete with lights in terms of speed. Therefore they tried to defend with their utmost efforts. As they were marching forward, 8 ranked devils flew in the front and the 80 devil dragon armies consisted of 3 races. Top strong devils were in the back. The devil clan's defense ran into the attack of the Mo Dao cannon. What a dazzling explosion! Countless lights of different colors appeared in the sky and formed a huge light ball with a scary elemental storm raging inside. Tons of strong devils were cast flying away in the attack, and they were strong enough to defend themselves from being crushed into pieces. Those who were weaker or positioned in the place with dense attacks were less lucky. If viewed from a long distance, Yu Longguan now was like shooting out a cannon to a group of mosquitoes. The god of devils roared angrily and the dark golden kilometer-long dragon flew out from the anti-heavenly devil dragon pillar, spurting out a breath of dark golden color. It arrived 10 miles away in an instant. The strong golden color crashed with an elemental storm and splitted it. Needless to say, Mo Dao cannon's power was the strongest the moment it issued an attack. The inconvincible momentum of the devil's clan was stopped by force. Among over 1,000 devil clan of rank 8 in the front, at least 1/4 died in this scary crash and over half of them got injured. Among all the Mo Dao cannon, a few gleams were very violent, the strongest light presented as grey, which not only killed 8 devils of rank 8 and even fell on an anti-heavenly devil dragon. With its defense power, the Moon Devil and Star Devil's support from its back, it could not defend it. The dragon was badly injured, the Moon Devil and Star Devil were killed. And that grey aura was the power of death. Mo Dao cannon could release such strong power. It proved that the devil crystal was anything but ordinary. To be more accurate, it was the devil god crown of undead devil god Sami Jina. The 4 devil emperors of the devil clan fought for the right of succession from undead devil god, all because the crown of the devil god did not pass down yet. However, by their level and status in the vicious devil race, as long as they had consent, they could take the throne by force. But out of their expectation, Samijina's devil god crown was used as the fuel of Mo Dao cannon by Temple Federation. The other Mo Dao cannon with strong power also used the crown as fuel. And those attacks of dark attributes also used devil crystal from the devil clan. Long Houchen and other seniors in Temple Federation Congress were all clear that confrontation with devils was not a good idea. They had to use some special methods to fight against the god of devils. Under the circumstance of news being cut off, Mo Dao cannon's explosion attack at the same time gave the top strong devils brought by the god of devils a huge attack. Though it did not harm their foundation, it at least terrorized them and destroyed their morale. The elemental storm disappeared and the devil clan gathered again without marching forward. Many looked terrified. Over 200 Mo Dao cannons. Human beings were too well prepared. The god of devils was very angry and he looked at the purple moon in the distance and flashed. Then he appeared by the anti-heavenly devil dragon pillar. Agares, I need an explanation from you as this battle ends. Feng Xiu's voice rang beside Moon Devil God Agares' ear, but others did not hear it. In this critical battle, the Moon Devil clan was 1/3 of it. Now was not the time to blame Agares. The priority was to crush the defense power of Yu Longguan. Over 200 Mo Dao cannon were getting refilled for the second time, with a rank 9 devil crystal in it. They would surely issue more than one attack, which might not be as powerful as the first time, but at least it could terrorize the devil clan. However, Feng Xiu did not give them the chance to explode again. He stepped out and the next moment he stood in the front of all strong devils. In the distance the dark golden dragon kept roaring and in Feng Xiu's eyes, the same dazzling dark golden light shone. His black hair turned to a big wheel like dark Sunday. His elegant robe waved without wind. And when he appeared in the front, he seemed so quiet and the sky calmed down together with him. The moment Feng Xiu moved, Long Houchen moved as well. The huge white wings on the armor of eternity spread and the next moment he suspended in midair 500 meters away from Feng Xiu. Face to face, Long Houchen was suppressed by Feng Xiu's aura almost instantly. He felt the god of devils' immense pressure just by standing in front of him. Long Houchen felt like Feng Xiu was an ocean, mysterious and limitless. However, He would not want to be oppressed like this. In Long Houchen's chest, the divine stone of eternity shone with green light and clear heartbeat rang up. Suddenly Long Houchen's aura soared. A green light full of living aura spread out, confronting the god of devils' dark golden aura. "You cannot stop me," the god of devils said coldly and lifted up his right hand towards Long Houchen and stretched his forefinger. Seeing him, Long Houchen's heart of eternity contracted suddenly. He was killed by it last time in Star Devil Tower. His heart would be ruined. However, he only froze less than a second, and then he lifted up the sword of eternity high above his head and pointed towards the god of devils. The domain of eternity was combined with the light god domain and spread out a glow of green light. Meanwhile, his body disappeared in it. All things resuscitate in 3 swords of eternity. The god of devils' right hand fingertip beamed with dark golden light of only fist size. Only in that light, a deafening dragon cry rang up as if a huge dragon was sealed in that small light ball. A scary sound wave exploded from his fingertip in the next moment, and a huge dragon 1,000 meters away opened its mouth towards the battlefield, but the sound came from the light ball. In this sound wave, Long Houchen's all things resuscitate was like an inflated green bubble, and when it expanded to extreme, it exploded. The sound wave rushed towards Yulongguan, and Long Houchen waved his swords towards the god of devils without retreating. That sword shining with crystal white light also hummed, which protected Long Houchen from the dragon cry's interruption. The crystal white of Sword of Eternity seemed so pure, but it did not release any of the sword light. The wave seemed to be so simple, as if it was no different from an average soldier of rank 2 or 3 waving his sword. However, this simple attack soon attracted the god of devils' attention. He took back his finger and then clenched his fist towards Long Houchen. Bang! The sword clashed with fist and gave out a sound of metal clash. Long Houchen trembled and a white glow spread out from his body. The god of devils' body was hit back 100 meters away. The core position of their clash did not release any spiritual power. The strong men at Yulongguan all held their breaths. They were all clear that the key of the battle was Long Houchen defending against the god of devils. If Long Houchen were to fail, then humans would have no more power to fight against the god of devils. No matter how well prepared they were, nobody could change the bad ending. Not only on the human side, the devils' heartbeats also stopped at this clash. Because for them, it was important if Long Houchen could defend himself against the god of devils. The god of devils lifted the edge of his long robe and a rip appeared underneath. His fist did not defend against Long Houchen's sword completely. And on his right hand back, a narrow blood wound appeared and was slowly healing. The god of devils smiled and nodded at Long Houchen. "You grow very fast. You got the true meaning of domain for me and the sword attack with domain skill. Very good. Less than 5 of my people can retreat without injury under this attack. No wonder you are confident enough to challenge me. But I'm afraid your Mo Dao cannon can no longer be used." He was right. The Mo Dao cannon, which had been saving power, had dimmed. Without looking back to check, Long Houchen could feel it with his strong spiritual power. All those who controlled the Mo Dao cannon were killed in that dragon cry sound. He wasn't able to completely defend against the god of devils' attack just now. He still failed in the clash. However, if it was not for his offensive attack, the tough Mo Dao cannon might be destroyed as well together with those people. Long Houchen attacked with all efforts, but the light waltz in Sword of Eternity failed. Though he didn't fail completely, the god of devils' strength was far better than that of his because he hadn't used the devil deification and anti-heavenly devil dragon. The god of devils said with ease, "Let's hand this over to people on the ground and move to the sky. There are few people nowadays who could interest me enough to have a fight. You should be proud just for having this chance." The god of devils turned to a gleam of dark golden light and rose up to the sky. Long Houchen did not retreat and his wings fluttered and beamed with a crystal white light. The leaders of the 2 sides rose up to the sky at the same time, to have their own battle. This was unimaginable for the Devil clan. It was because they never thought of anyone who could be capable of fighting against the god of devils one-on-one. As for the humans, they felt much relieved because Long Houchen did defend himself against the god of devils, which boosted their confidence to a great degree. As they both rose up, the full-scale war between humans and devils began. Without god of devils' instructions, the Moon Devil God and Star Devil God led the other 19 devils gods and devil armies towards Yulongguan. The anti-heavenly devil dragon pillar did not turn around as the god of devils rose to the sky. The dark golden light still was protecting all the devil clans. If not for its protection just now, the Mo Dao cannon's attack would have brought great damage to the devil clan. The human armies all launched out and confronted the devil army. The battle had begun. Long Houchen made a great difference in this war. Due to his defense against the god of devils, the Mo Dao cannons were kept complete. New people started to use the cannon. Though they were less familiar with it, with the assistance of over 200 Mo Dao cannons, the two sides' powers were balanced from the very beginning. 63 eternal heroes, apart from the 9 who were dead, all gathered here. It was because of them and over 50 men with strong domains, over 10 with domain for me power, plus 2 of rank 9 level 7, that humans could challenge the Devil Clan. It was a fierce fight. Xu Yongxiao found the Moon Devil Star Agares and Xiao Hua found the Star Devil God Vashak. They were supposed to switch, but Agares was a prophet, so an assassin would not mean much to him. No matter how strong Xu Yongxiao was, he could predict the attacking position and not much attack she could do. Therefore, Xu Yongxiao and Xiao Hua switched. Xu Yongxiao fought with Agares and Xiao Hua confronted Vashak. The battle turned white-hot at its very beginning. All men of rank 9 in the Light Dawn Demon Hunter group fought with devil gods. Kia joined in the fight as well together with 12 sacred saints, encircling 3 devil gods. However, it was not there that the battle was the most fierce, but the fight between Long Xingyu with red hair, the sealed divine knight of judgment and the 7th pillar war devil god Anan with a huge body. They were old enemies and Long Xingyu had always been in disadvantage in their previous fights. Therefore, they fought with each other as the battle began. Almost all those who fought with devil gods were eternal heroes of rank 9 level 5. The Holy Knight of Starry Sky led strong men to face the Devil Dragon army. Outside of Yulongguan, a holy war started full scale. Long Houchen followed with the god of devils and rose up over 3,000 meters in the sky, then they stopped. Long Houchen suspended about several hundred meters away from him. When Long Houchen was rising up, he calmed down completely. The battle that finally decided the ending of this war was the fight between himself and the god of devils, no matter how the Yulongguan battle turned out. If he were to fail, then the humans would not be able to defend against the god of devils. If he were to win, then he could still save the situation even if the Yulongguan battle were to fail. Before the war, Long Houchen gave the order that if the army could not defend against the Devil Clan at Yulongguan, they should shift to another place and temporarily give up Yulongguan. Inside Yulongguan, there were only a few people left. In this battle of strong, average knights and soldiers could not do much. They all retreated to the Knight's Holy Mountain to construct the second defense line. Once the front shifted, they could still use light magic formation to hold up for a period of time. In addition, he had enough reason to believe that as long as his fight with God of Devils could last long enough, even if they all ended with injury, the final winner would belong to the human side as Yu Yi's organization hadn't been used yet. Long Houchen, do you still not understand? The God of Devils stood with 2 hands folded as if he did not care about the battle on the ground at all. I don't understand. Long Houchen looked at the God of Devils with a smile. I do not know why. This time facing your majesty, it seems that your mental state is not so well. Or is it because you practice so often that there are issues with your brain? The God of Devils didn't get angry at Long Houchen's irony. My brain? Long Houchen, do you really think that I treated you like this simply because of your gift and talent? Do you really think that you can rival me at your current level? I didn't harm you because there is a good reason. Long Houchen was stunned. As they stopped, the God of Devils didn't issue any attack but talked with him with riddles. He felt somehow nervous because of his tone and expression. What is the reason then? Long Houchen asked coldly. He would be happy delaying the process, therefore he was not in a hurry to jump into the fight. The God of Devils smiled. I can see that you are confident about this war. You know very well that your level is lower than me, but you still chose to fight one-on-one. By this courage, nobody could compete with you in this world. Before I tell you the reason, let me guess why you are so confident. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Agares or Vashak promised you something? Hearing it, Long Houchen shook violently as he could not control his emotion. He didn't expect the God of Devils would talk to him like this in such a relaxing tone. A cold light flashed in the God of Devils' eyes. Good for Agares. I see him as my most trusted brother, and he set a trap for me. We failed at Southeast Fortress and Wan Shoguan. The Temple Federation prepared too well. And you are even faster than me in getting the news. If not for a traitor amongst my people and sent you enough information, and shut up my informants, can you achieve such results? And the ones who dared to and were able to do it were only Agares, Vashak, Sami Jina, and Marbus. The one who followed me in the military situation was Agares, my good brother. I do not see what good can it bring to him if we fail. Does he want my seat? After being stunned for a short while, Long Houchen calmed down. No wonder you are called the god of devils. Even after a series of changes, you can still find the root of all problems so soon. But I'm curious why you are not worried. The god of devils smiled gently. He was not worried indeed. Why should I? Agares betrayed me and I am very disappointed. I even have doubts that Vashak has also betrayed me because of him. But do you think this can affect my foundation? You don't know much about the Devil clan. I can tell you, before you defeat me or I show any tendency to be defeated, those two will never betray me publicly. You think I am called the god of devils for nothing? As long as I'm the strongest on this land, no one will dare to betray me in broad daylight. As for how to deal with them, I'll wait after this war ends. I believe even if they join hands with you, the cooperation will be based on certain conditions. If he dares to put all the eggs in one basket, then he will not wait until now. Long Houchen felt surprised. The god of devils was too confident and that confidence affected his own mental state. The moon devil god Agares was the real leader of Yu Yi and that was why it had such a big team inside the devil clan. Otherwise, how could this organization escape the perception of the god of devils? It was Yu Yi who told him that the god of devils planned to confront him and Agares did it on purpose because he did not hope for Long Houchen's death but he wanted Long Houchen to lead the humans to fight with the god of devils. Agares himself had human blood and after he grew up as an adult, he was influenced by human beings' culture deeply, therefore he disliked his own identity as a devil. That was why his favorite concubine was a human being. But even inside the Moon Devil clan, only 1/3 of the members were trusted ones and those who knew this secret were very few. He had to be careful. He wanted to overthrow the god of devils but he was scared to do so, especially because he was so close to him and he knew how scary he could be. For example, last time when the god of devils and star devil god set a trap for Long Houchen, Agares did not even know the details. He only knew about the trap when he went back to Xincheng with the god of devils, but he did not get any chances to send the message out because they were always together and that caused Long Houchen's death. After Long Houchen's death, for several years, Yu Yi disappeared and Agares hid his own organization even better because he knew that he might not have the chance to do it again. However, he did not know that Long Houchen was alive and even became the chairman of the Temple Federation, which gave him hope again. He then used Yu Yi as contact and supported Long Houchen with great efforts. If not for Agares' assistance, the god of devils would have had more information about the battle and more details. But just as Feng Xiu mentioned, after years of accumulation of power, Agares would not dare to put all eggs in one basket and would not easily go against the god of devils in public. He had to think for his own people and race. Only if Long Houchen were to defeat the god of devils and everything almost settled, he would then join hands with Long Houchen. Looking into Long Houchen's eyes, the god of devils said, "You are very careful and you are right about one thing. In this war, the key battle is between you and me. If you defeat me, then humans will win and my 6,000 years of reign over this land will be over. But if you lose, then everything will go back to its normal track. I will control you and will not even let any professionals over rank 6 exist in all human race." Long Houchen said with a cold voice, "It's time for your majesty to tell me the reason that you mentioned earlier after all this bullshit." The god of devils smiled. "I'm going to. Otherwise how can I have you surrender to me 100%? Long Houchen said coldly, "Stop daydreaming." The god of devils did not care for Long Houchen's sarcastic word. "You beat Po down and made a way for yourself to the top. You are smart and I would say your contributions to this war was almost the reason for humans to win over so many different battles. You even blocked my attack to win enough chances for humans. Impressive. But even the wise are not always free from error and the most important reason was the part you failed. Why do I treat you differently? Why did I feel so much pain when I killed you? Not because of your talent, but," he then stopped and his eyes became widely open. "Because there is my blood inside your body." Hearing it, Long Houchen felt like a hammer just hit him in the chest and he retreated 100 meters away. The armor of eternity's light fluctuated. He was shocked. Long Houchen did not expect the god of devils to be saying such things. He naturally lifted up the sword of eternity. But the god of devils did not attack him when he became nervous. He kept his posture and looked at Long Houchen more gently. The god of devils' black hair waved in the air and he looked at Long Houchen with a smile. "You are talented and you worked hard for human beings. In my eyes you did all those to prove your ability. Now you understand why I said that I want you to be my second inheritor when we first met. Now I see you as my first inheritor. You are smart, wise, and capable of it. And you have my blood. We are a family. Think about it, if we were to join hands together, then who can rival against us in this land? Anything you want, I will help you to get it. The holy demon land will be ours. You are a saint and I'm a devil. We are a family. Shut up. Long Houchen shouted. Bullshit. I don't believe you. The god of devils smiled faintly. It's a fact whether you believe it or not. Think about the times we've met. If not for your blood, you might have died many times. We met first at Chumogwan and I met you for the second time at Moon Devil Palace and you disguised yourself as Yu Yi's maid. I knew you and Yu Yi were friends. But I did not kill you, nor did I put you in my prison because I was waiting for you to grow strong enough. But I did not expect you to grow so fast and so talented. It seems that the combination of human and devil blood works even better. No. No. I don't believe it. Long Houchen was deeply shocked. He made up his mind to become a knight at around 10 years old and in the last 20 years, he went through so many difficulties. He finally became a proud human, the chairman of Temple Federation, unsealed divine knight of glory and leader. He relied on his efforts and good luck until today. However, now when humans were fighting with devils, in his final battle with God of Devils, he received the information that he had the devil clan's blood, which belonged to the anti-heavenly dragon branch. This was a big blow for him. He could not control his emotion right now no matter how determined he was. If what the God of Devils said was true, then what had he been fighting for so many years? The devil who stood in front of him brought so many disasters to humans and issued the holy war twice was actually his own. Long Houchen could not think further and he only felt a great headache. The intention to fight now changed looking at God of Devils. Even the aura of the sealed divine throne of eternity and creation could not suppress the change. The God of Devils was satisfied seeing his change. You've done many things and I've made some mistakes as well. But if this one thing is right, then all humans' efforts would be in vain. I know you do not want to believe it, but it is true. I did research on your background. You did not grow up in Holy City or Yulongguan, right? You are from Aoding Town, a small human town nearby Wan Shouguan. You and your mother Bai Yu lived together. But your father Long Xingyu separated with you for more than 10 years. Later you found each other. I remember my men told me that the sealed divine knight of judgment Long Xingyu appeared at Aoding Town and killed a group of strong devils. It should be the time when they found you and started teaching you knight skills. But have you ever thought why your parents separated? Your mother knew Long Xingyu was at Yulongguan. Then why didn't she bring you to him? Hearing it, Long Houchen's face turned pale. About 30 years ago, 1 year before you were born. I found your mother accidentally and took her back with me to my palace and we lived together for a period of time. Later, she threatened me with her death because she wanted to leave the Devil Clan. I then had to send her back to the Temple Federation. Your mother was one of the women I loved most in my life, even more than my love towards Leng Xiao. If I'm not mistaken, after she went back to the Temple Federation, she did not know how to face your father. That was why she hid in Aoding Town until the day when Long Xingyu found you. Bai Yu could not face Long Xingyu, partly because of me, partly because of you. If you still do not believe it, let's do a test of our blood. Blood is thicker than water and no relationship is stronger than blood relation. Feng Xiu lifted up his hand and a drop of dark purple blood slowly came out from his hand bag. He left this wound open on purpose. The blood drop slowly flew with traces of black and blue aura. When it arrived in front of Long Houchen, it was only crystal purple. Feng Xiu took all attributes away from his own blood and there was only pure power of blood left in there. Long Houchen put his forefinger in his mouth with blank eyes and bit. A drop of light golden blood came out and flew without any light attributes. When those two drops touched, a layer of unique light lit up and then slowly the two integrated. Long Houchen was stunned. He knew very well of the meaning behind the integration of their blood drops. Could it be that? Long Houchen's body trembled violently. He could not believe it. The enemy standing in front of him. Could he really be his father? He did not want to believe it. How could he face his friends and the rest of humankind? How could he then go into the battle with the God of Devils with full efforts? Just as Long Houchen was trembling out of anger and excitement, the god of devils' expression suddenly changed. It was because the two drops of blood separated and suspended in mid-air. The integration scene was gone. What? How can this be possible? The god of devils looked at the blood drops with blank eyes. Long Houchen was stunned as well, and his anger and sadness weakened. Meanwhile, he retreated rapidly 100 meters and lifted up his sword of eternity again. The blood did not melt together, which meant that he did not have blood of the god of devils. No matter what he said before, fact told everything. Soon, Long Houchen's emotion was under control. No. Impossible. You have my blood. This cannot be wrong. The god of devils shouted with anger. He waved his right hand and had those two blood drops appear in front of him. He tried to use his own power to push these two drops together, but they integrated at the very beginning and then soon separated clearly. The god of devils' eyes were full of confusion. His biggest card seemed to be wrong, and this shock was not any less than what Long Houchen suffered just now. No. There must be something wrong. Must. The god of devils looked up at Long Houchen. What have you done? Why is my blood so weak? And it even disappeared? Say it now. What have you done? Long Houchen replied coldly, I did nothing, god of devils. Your lie is revealed with time. Now let's start our battle. Long Houchen grabbed the sword of eternity with two hands, and light shone in his eyes. After the shock, his anger was now at the peak. And the determination grew much stronger like never before. Around his body, the seven-colored light suddenly rushed into the seven-colored divine stone in his chest. And then the strong seven-colored light bounced back from the stone and shone on the sword of eternity, which made it beam with strong lights. Long Houchen's armor of eternity changed to the same color. A faint trace of aura of living spread out from the sword of eternity, and then the aura soared and became a dreadful creature. Behind Long Houchen's back, Sacred Dragon appeared and lit up the whole sky. Take my second attack of 3 swords of eternity, animals of creation. Thousands of gleams of seven-colored lights burst out in the sky and ran towards the god of devils. The holy dragon's shadow became more real behind Long Houchen's back. With a sharp roar, it went towards the god of devils together with the sword of eternity. Long Houchen's strength went up to an unprecedented level, and the god of devils' eyes were full of shock. Go away! The god of devils shouted, and he gave a fake attack with his right fist. A huge dark golden dragon shadow appeared behind his back only for a short time and then was covered by the seven-colored lights. The sharp roar produced many seven-colored clouds flying in the sky. The god of devils was completely swallowed in this attack. Long Houchen was breathing heavily when he issued this attack, and he calmed down as well. In just a few seconds, he had his own judgments about what the god of devils said just now. Bastard! You dare to attack me! The god of devils' voice was full of anger, and he was not as composed as he was after he tore up the seven-colored clouds. In the corner of his mouth, a trace of purple blood appeared, and some parts of his clothes were torn open. He pushed out the lights from his facial orifices, which all turned to mist and disappeared. And even his nicely set hair got a little messy. Under this attack of animals of creation, the god of devils was hurt. Long Houchen looked at him coldly. Why can't I? The god of devils looked at Long Houchen coldly as well. Do you think what I just told you was a lie? Out of the god of devils' expectation, Long Houchen shook his head. No, I believe what you just said. He was surprised. Then you admit it? Long Houchen shook his head again. No. Believing and admitting it are two different things. I believe that you did not lie because of your high status, and there is your blood inside my body. But do you still remember what happened at the Star Devil Tower? Even if there was your part of blood in me, when you crushed my heart in the tower, you killed the old me. No matter what our relationship is, from that moment, it all went away. And we are only enemies now. And your blood would no longer exist because you killed me once, and in the process of resurrection and being recognized by the sealed divine throne of eternity and creation, that power of blood of yours was completely destroyed. I am Long Houchen, who belongs to the Temple Federation, the sealed divine knight of glory and leader. And you are my enemy only. The god of devils frowned. What are you talking about? The loss of that blood was an accident. After all, you have my inheritance. That loss is not a problem at all. I can help you to recover that blood. As for the Star Devil Tower, you could see that I've suffered a lot in that attack. But I did not have a choice. The existence of Austin Griffin was a fatal threat to my clan. As the leader of the Devil clan, I have to kill my own relative, you. Long Houchen smiled. He calmed down completely after hearing the God of Devils' words. No matter what the God of Devils said, he would not care. He had none of his blood left, and he remembered that attack from the God of Devils in the Star Devil Tower. Long Houchen pushed out all the thoughts and decided that no matter how close he was related to the God of Devils, the moment he was killed by him in the tower, their connection was cut off and would not recover. How splendid! You are the top of the Devil clan and will kill your own blood for your people. And I'm the chairman of the Human Federation, why can't I do the same thing? Come on, God of Devils. We are only enemies, and today either you kill me or I will do the justice and lead humans to break through the Dark Age and let the dawn of lights arrive again. Long Houchen's momentum gathered and the armor of eternity beamed with a crystal white light. The 3 light balls surrounding his body swelled even faster. A circle of white glow slowly spread out from Long Houchen's body and moved towards the God of Devils, which was the combination of Domain of Eternity and Light God Domain. Long Houchen already increased his domain to the highest level. The God of Devils' eyes grew cold, and Long Houchen's sword attack just now filled his heart with anger. So you are very stubborn and want to become my enemy. Long Houchen said with pride, we have always been enemies. Let's see if you have the power to kill me or not for the second time. The God of Devils nodded, and his sharp eyes seemed to crack open the space. Good. Then let me crush your confidence first and force you to kneel in front of me begging for pardon. Until this moment, the God of Devils did not want to kill Long Houchen. When he heard Long Houchen mentioning the Star Devil Tower, he felt somehow a great pain. Right? He killed Long Houchen for his clan, then how come Long Houchen would surrender that easily in his position right now, even knowing he had his own blood? Now the God of Devils could only choose to defeat him first, kill all the humans, and then take Long Houchen back to the Devil clan. After he made his plan, the God of Devils did not hesitate, and a layer of dark golden light slowly spread from his body. Meanwhile, a sharp dragon cry sounded behind him. The big dark golden dragon of 1,000 meters long tore open the 7-colored cloud open and spread out his huge wings behind his back. Long Houchen was very calm. He knew that in order to defeat the God of Devils, he had to force him to show all his cards. Now the God of Devils was only using his domain and was not using devil deification, not to mention his devil's disintegration method. Long Houchen was not scared of death. Though he was calm, he would by no means admit that he was related to the God of Devils. He was even more clear that in terms of practice level, he was very different from the God of Devils. He would have to go all out for this fight and kill the God of Devils completely. He did not care that he had to die with him. After Long Houchen also had his own plan, he became exceptionally calm. He faked an attack with his left hand, and a golden crack appeared in the sky, and a golden huge sword fell into his palm. The huge golden sword beamed with 8-colored light, and its aura was not any weaker than that of the Sword of Eternity. With 2 great swords in hand, Long Houchen's momentum rose again. His domain clashed with that of the God of Devils. The crystal white domain clashed with the dark golden domain. Long Houchen trembled, and the God of Devils suspended in mid-air steadily. The clash of their domains gave out a sharp grating sound. Lightning appeared in the process. Looking at the sky from the ground, black light and white light shone alternatively like day and night switched instantly. Both Long Houchen and the God of Devils' aura increased rapidly. The battle of domains was just the beginning. Once they both attacked, the battle was shocking. As Long Houchen fought with the God of Devils, the battle at Yulongguan had entered its prime period. The Light Dawn Demon Hunter group once again proved to the Federation how strong they were. After the big contest of the Holy Temple and the experience in the world of Black and Red, the Light Dawn Demon Hunter group had achieved great progress. Especially after they received the lessons from the Eternal Heroes, their capability and practice levels both improved greatly. The Vice-Chairman of the Temple Federation, head of the Warrior Temple, Bloody Goddess of War, Wang Yuan faced Barbatus, the original Power Devil God, ranking 8th among all the 72 Devil Gods. Although his title was the original Power Devil God, he appeared as an archer in a green hat and grey cape. He held a dark golden bow, and every time he shot, the arrow turned to a beast running towards Wang Yuan. His attack was very aggressive. Wang Yuan was not weak. She held the huge shield in her left hand and blood rain in her right hand. The blood domain covered all over her body. In this strong aura of blood and killing, she was like a hunter running after Barbatus and killing all the beasts that were shooted out at her. She seemed to be in the upper hand. However, Wang Yuanyuan was clear about the gap between them. Her practice level was under rank 9 level 3, but her opponent was rank 9 level 5. Apparently, Barbatus reserved some power and did not use his Devil God Pillar. In their fight, he sometimes shot at other directions. Although he was running all the time, he was at ease. Wang Yuanyuan did not seem to understand and kept running behind Barbatus. She did not issue any long-distance attack. It seemed that she only wanted to get him busy. Compared to Wang Yuanyuan, Chen Yinga was much more active. Her opponent was the Wisdom Devil God, ranking 11th among all 72 Devil Gods, and was a pure magic god. He used dark magic almost endlessly. But when faced with Chen Yinga, he had to use Devil Deification to barely defend Chen Yinga's attack. Chen Yinga wore the Soul Holy Gown and levitated. No other enemies were near her because 6 huge dragons surrounded her, not earth dragons but real huge dragons. There was a fire dragon that spurted fire, an ice dragon that spurted ice, a diamond dragon that beamed with diamond luster, a petty green dragon in breeze, a dark purple dragon, and a saint dragon covered with bright golden luster. In this age where dragons were almost extinct, Chen Yinga summoned 6 huge dragons, and the domain of beast even improved their levels, and her mount was the 4-headed Chimera, which transformed from McDull. She was fighting face to face with the Wisdom Devil God, Ji Yuxin, and was not at any disadvantage. Within the Light Dawn Demon Hunter group, besides Long Haochen and Kia, the one that made the most progress was Chen Yinga. As a soul saint, she was especially cared for by several conjurers of eternal heroes. She now had a new understanding about bestowing souls. Therefore, she could use the Soul Holy Gown better. She not only summoned 6 huge dragons, but also the 36th door of creatures also opened at Yulongguan. 36 beasts occupied a huge area and kept 4 teams of devil dragon armies busy. She played an important role in the battle. Chen Yinga was close to Kia in terms of strength. As a conjurer, her advantage became even more apparent. If it was a one-on-one fight, then the conjurer would need time to summon, and therefore she would not gain the upper hand in this battle. But Chen Yinga was protected by her friends, so she would have enough time to exert all her power. Soul Saint, Beast God's revered ones helped made Chen Yinga shine on the battleground. Lin Xin's opponent was Angel Devil God Bai Men, ranking 9th among all devil gods. Bai Men flung his 6 black wings and fought with Lin Xin. The two fought with pure magic. If it was purely a fire magician facing a dark magician, then she would suffer. However, Lin Xin used Heart Fire, which was not inferior to the opponent's magic in terms of attribute. He was not at a disadvantage with his great equipment and his own domain level in the fight with Bai Men. But Bai Men did not fight with full strength yet, as he hadn't used Devil Deification. Sai Maxian went to Pa, who ranked 10th and was also named Lightning Devil God. His body was all green and half human half mantis. He looked like a small version of Green Two-Blade Demon. He issued aggressive attacks rapidly. Sai Maxian used the big power ball of light to barely defend against his attack and was completely oppressed. If not for his domain power and purple divine furnace, he might not be able to defend him. Han Yu and Zhong Fangfang were in a better situation. The two were both divine knights. After Long Haochen and the God of Devils left this battle, the 5 divine knights all launched their attacks, and they faced with devils ranking lower than 15th except for Long Xingyu, who was facing Anan. They fought at ease. Kia fought with 3 devil gods by herself and even gained an upper hand with the assistance of 12 sacred saints. The 3 devils gods were the Emotion Devil God Saidi ranking 12th, the Rhythm Devil God Brace ranking 13th, and the Snake Spear Devil God Aliga ranking 15th. The reason she chose these 3 was that Saidi and Brace were both good at full-scale attacks and able to increase or lower their practice level at will. If they were put to full use, it might produce a negative influence in the battle. As for Aliga, he was very strong and was good at using snake poison. Kia, with the assistance of the sacred saints, and together with Tower of Eternity and Sickle of Death, pressed these 3 devil gods, who could not do anything else but defend themselves. And Aliga had already used Devil Deification, whereas the other 2 did not and were still waiting for chances. In general, the Light Dawn Demon Hunter group's strength was weaker than the Devil Gods, but the gap was not too big. And since not all Devil Gods went all out, therefore they could keep a balance of 2 sides. The Devil Gods did not go all out because this battle was not one-on-one. For the high-ranking devils, it was more important to protect themselves than killing the opponent. Moreover, though the devil race was at an advantage in overall strength, they had to be careful of the Mo Dao cannons. Therefore, they had to reserve power. The Eternal Heroes played an even greater role. These domain heroes almost blocked 1/3 of the Devil Clan's attacks. Besides the ones that Light Dawn Demon Hunter group and Long Xingyu were dealing with, the rest of the devil gods were all blocked by them. Thus, the sealed knights had enough time to deal with the devil dragon army. Killing devil gods was not easy, but it was much easier to deal with other devils. With the eternal heroes, though the human beings did not have the same amount of elite soldiers, their overall quality was better than that of the devil's side. However, no matter how they fought, they would look up to the sky at Long Houchen and the god of devils, which was the key to the war. The devils were waiting for the god of devils to come back with a dead Long Houchen. Then the humans would have no power to defend themselves. And the strong men in the Temple Federation hoped that Long Houchen could at least defend himself under the god of devils' attacks. The Mo Dao cannon was very powerful, and its power increased as time went by. Although they were not much of a threat to the strong devils of rank 9, they could kill those of lower than rank 8 with ease, especially those super Mo Dao cannons that were filled with devil god crowns. Their power brought a huge pressure over the devils. Besides the battle between Long Houchen and God of Devils, the battle where the Star Devil God and the Moon Devil God were fighting was the one that caught most attention. As the second and third devil gods, their strength was unimaginable. But their opponents were not weak. As the leader of eternal heroes, the head of the temple of the first generation, Xiaohua and Xu Yongxiao's strengths were no doubt very strong and with rich fighting experience. Therefore the result between their fight with the two devil gods was unimaginable. Casualties continued to appear and were mostly the elites of both sides at rank 7 or 8. Over 10 secret silver pedestal knights were killed in the Night Temple. Many strong men from the Magic Temple and Assassin Temple were also killed. This video will end here.